Alright you beautiful people, Kanzi here, bringing you episode 1 of Rimworld The Void Challenge. In this playthrough we'll be going crash landed, we'll be playing as Void, we're going on custom, and then we're going to put it to losing is fun. A couple changes to this: on the colonist mood we're going to move it to 0 instead of -10, and then on threat scaling we're going to move it to 150. And the rest of it's going to stay the same, so the food poisoning, animal revenge, harvest yield, those sort of things will still be the same. But one difference we're going to do is take colonist instant kill down to 0 and enemy death on down to 75%. We're going to get attacked a lot in this playthrough, so I feel it is a decent way to balance it. And we'll also be playing the Iron Man, so it is on commitment mode. Seems like a good map, so we'll start with this. We don't need anything for this playthrough in that sense because we're not doing an extreme playthrough. This is going to be challenging enough as it is, so we're going to want to start by some friendlies and ideally in a temperate forest. Alright, we're going to need to go back. Faction control. Just realised we've got a bunch of tribes, and I don't want the tribes in this because the tribes just end up clogging up the game when they all get spawned in. So I'll try to remove those. Everyone else will stay the same, and we'll randomise the seed as we're going again. We're going to want to find somewhere that has a decent year-round growing season, so this has got year round, and we're going to be looking for marble and granite. Okay, so we've got slate, marble and granite, which is a fairly decent mix year round in a tropical rainforest. Not really what we're after. We've got temperate forest, 50 days of the year. This looks like it's going to be more like it. So we've got temperate forest, granite, marble and slate, which is all pretty good. 50 days of the year growing cycle. We're going to move up to just slightly, well, the larger of the medium tiles, and we're in a flat terrain. We'll go prepare carefully because I do have a character list set for this. So the points cost is 32,000. We have 11. Who is a quick sleeper, healthy, efficient, transhumanist. Jan, he's tough, efficient, healthy and a quick sleeper. We have Loser, who is beautiful, trigger happy, sanguine and healthy. Dog, who is beautiful, trigger happy, sanguine and healthy. And Kiki, who is beautiful, trigger happy, sanguine and healthy. Good at cooking, good at plants, okay medical. Dog is good at construction, good at crafting, okay medical, okay shooting. Loser is good at construction and mining, okay medical. Jan is good at cooking, plant and medical. And then we have Levin, who is social, okay medical, okay intellectual. For the equipment, we are starting on our guys with Imperial jumpsuits. And then for the weapons we start with a bolt action rifle, revolver, a plasteel knife, a stub carbine and an auto pistol. Alright, and let's get to it, let's see what happens. I have tried it with less kit before, but every time I get absolutely spanked. So, gonna have a bit more kit this time around than normal, but I think it will be a decent balance for the Void, because we will get overrun eventually. I'm thinking this section up here looks like a good place to start our base. We can wall off along here, wall off along there. We've got access to steel. We can move across, build the base into this area, and we have resources here, and we also have fertile soil. We can always move to the right where there's more fertile soil, which will be good. And it's going to be fairly easy to turn this point, well, this area around here, into a nice big choke point. We have access to geothermal power as well, so it won't be too long until we can expand to that. And there's plenty of steel and other resources around. So this looks like a pretty good place to start. We'll put down a stockpile over here and a dumping stockpile for now. These will move, but it's just so we can get the kit over that we need and get going. Everyone's moving the kit over, which is pretty perfect. We've got a series of beds here. I think we'll hold off and we'll make our own ones out of wood. We'll go into work and we'll set a couple of our guys to the jobs that they need. So the guys that have good plant skill, we're going to get them prioritising growing and plant cutting. And then I've got my guys that are going to be constructing. They're going to be set to 1 for now as well. We're going to need to equip the guns. So Dog gets the stub carbine, Levin can have a pistol, Jan can have a pistol, Loser can have a rifle, and Kiki, seeing as he's got the vest, can have the plasteel knife. Get some recreation down. Start walling off because we could be attacked any moment now. And if we got a little bit of defense, we can at least funnel them into an area that we can defend from. This is a slightly larger kill box than I would normally make. Hopefully it is going to work out for us. If I can put the bits in the right place, that would be amazing. Alright, sweet. And we should be pretty sealed in. Nice and quickly. Going to need to get a table down so my guys have somewhere to eat. Then I can make a recreation and a dining room in the same place. This will take up less space, make it more impressive, and we'll get a bigger bonus from it. Right, that's looking pretty good. When we have a chance, we'll start deconstructing all the stuff around here. It's not going to be too long until, if we get attacked, we have some place to defend from. Our guys shouldn't have mental breaks because they'll have their recreation, they'll be eating with the table, so there'll be no war crimes. Some critters are getting chomped up somewhere, which makes it one serious racket. And then when we get to the first chance, we are going to start moving across to producing the walls out of stone. So if the reason we're going to be making them out of stone is so if we get attacked, they can't burn our base down, because that happens all of the time and that is not too much fun. The rooms I'm going to be making are 8 by 11. These are going to be slightly on the larger side, but the guys are going to like the rooms at this size, so the rooms won't have to be as impressive, but they're still going to get a pretty decent bonus from it just because of the size of the room. Then off the back of that, we're going to start chucking down a storage area. Well, room for the storage area, so the things that are outside don't start to break down and spoil or deteriorate. Because if we can avoid that, that would be ideal. I think in the back here, this looks like a decent enough place for it. It's going to be close enough to the kitchen, well, the front room, so people can go to that and drop their kit off and eat there, so they won't be eating out in the open. And I think we are looking like we are in a pretty good situation. A group of tribespeople from the Red Worm Kamgogba, okay, have arrived. One person there. We'll get dog. Run dog out. Dog will shoot them. We'll get our guys to assign. Everyone will be assigned to attack. So if we do get a fight or a manhunter comes in and I don't see it, we're going to be in a situation to take them out pretty happily. Okay, that guy was super tough. We'll get the guys to move up who are free to put the fire out, and we'll keep the game going. Okay, we're being attacked by Unit 0123. Dog's taking their pemmican. It looks like I will need to set up a hospital bed pretty soon. They don't have amazing equipment, but if we can take their helmets or strip them of any of that kit, that is going to be far better than what we have right now. I'm a little bit surprised that dog took as much damage as he did. I thought he was just going to be able to run in and just absolutely wreck those guys. Apparently not. I'm going to get everyone set to doctoring because everyone can doctor. And then I'm going to set everyone to self-tend as well. This is just going to make it easier. Not that they're going to get much of a bonus for it. You get a bit of a debuff for healing to yourself, well, 10 quality wise. But it does mean if people start getting tied up, they can heal themselves before having to heal others, which just makes healing a little bit quicker. We've got loser tending to dog. And they are beginning their assault. They don't look like they've got crazy good equipment. They've got a lot of weapons that have fast rate of fire but short range. So if we just go to the defensive positions, which are going to be along here, when they come in we should be able to gun them down pretty quickly. We will need to get dog in because dog's basically got most of the firepower. And Kiki doesn't have anything right now. Kiki's got a knife, but the knife's not really going to help in this gunfight too much. Save the defensive positions and let them come in. Okay, a little bit of an oversight leaving those rocks in there. Okay, there's one down, two down. Move dog across, so hopefully he gets an angle. Man, this guy is super difficult to hit. Okay, we'll undraft Jan. We'll strip Grunt. Well, Kerry. And then Ward to death. Oh, Ward, okay. And then we'll strip the Ward. Okay. Dog's going to be our main fighter, so he can have the helmet. Bulletproof vest. And then take 11 off draft. Take the others off draft as well. And we've got most of the stuff picked up. That's looking pretty good. Our guy should be a little bit tankier now, not by much, and see if these guys are going to be of any use to us. Coordinated, pyromaniac, energetic and persuasive. Good with animals, crafting. Might actually be worth taking. The pyromaniac's a little bit annoying but not the end of the world. Annoying voice, super immune, depressive and tough. Yeah, that's not a thing. We'll go and kidnap Carrie. Bleeding out in 9 hours and we'll just get Levin to do that now. Right, that is looking good. Be a good addition to the team. Not super useful, but is going to help us out a little bit. What we'll do is we'll put them onto reduce resistance. If we put them onto reduce resistance, you get more of a bonus each time you have an interaction than if you just put them onto straight recruit. so it'll just speed up the process a little bit. Everyone has been tended to, and we look like we're in a decent situation. This isn't a great situation by any means, but we definitely could be worse off. We're now going to put in some wooden barricades. These are just going to offer a little bit extra protection. Not a crazy amount, but enough to be helpful. Also, if it tries to get through, it will slow them down. And it looks like out of all the wood that we harvested earlier, we have now run out. So we're going to need to go chop some more down. And I think we're going to need to start getting ourselves some plants going. We'll just take this section here, turn this all off to rice, because rice grows super quick. We don't need that, delete that. And we have Blackwater security coming in. And they have some decent kit as well. We can take those flak jackets and those LMGs, that would be really good. And I'm not sure if that's going to be Aramite or Ceramite helmet. It's an Aramite helmet. Okay, that thing is actually insane. Well, it's not as good as I thought it was, but it's definitely going to be better than taking a bullet to the old noggin. Okay, looks like they are just coming straight in. We'll get to defensive positions. And what I really need to do is I need to put something in this section here so they can't hide behind the corner. We'll take Dog out because I want to take down Stone because I want that Aramite helmet. We'll take Yan to come down and strip the chef. We'll extinguish the fire and then we will strip Stone. Strip Stone, not shoot Stone. What are you doing, you nutcase? There we go. Amazing. Alright. That, yet again, has turned out pretty good for us. Undraft everyone. And let's get back to work. I have unfortunately set the dumping pile there for the bodies, which is not what we want. I'm going to need to move this the body dumping stockpile out here. So we clear all and then allow corpses human-like, and that's it. We'll set these to haul urgently so they'll be taken out because we definitely don't want them in our base and people freaking out. That's never a good thing. Since it looks like you'll be here for a while, Levin thinks you should give your faction a name. What should your faction be called? We'll just go with Void for now. Settlement name. Let's go Blister Hill. As a throwback to the Kenshi series. Tidy. Was thinking about possibly recruiting Stone. Cold tolerant, decent. Inefficient, which is not great. Bloodlust, which is good. Slothful is not good, so inefficient and slothful. He only works at 45% speed, so that is no good for us. And then we have got Mac. Hard worker, energetic, muscular, valiant, but abrasive. Good at cooking, good at melee, good at social. How can you be abrasive and social at the same time? Okay, well we don't need them, so we'll leave them to die. Get this on haul urgently, if I can word, that'd be great. We got rice growing, which means it is now time to get rid of this stuff along here, along there. We'll put in another growing zone. This one here is going to be for cloth. And then another growing zone along here. And that's going to be for heal root because we are going to run out of medicine super quickly in this playthrough. Close that. that zone. I think what we'll do is we'll dig through the wall here and put a wooden door in there so we can move through. And what I am going to need to set up is I'm going to need to set up an area where we can start processing the stone down so we can start making stone walls. Because if we stay on wooden walls, the base will just get burnt down in virtually no time. That's happened a couple times already and I'm not looking to repeat that. So we'll set that up, move that. So we're coming from the top. This way we're going to get a bit more space. Put 2 stone cutters tables in. When I get the chance I will put some storage in here so they can store more stones. But for right now, just a dumping stockpile will be good enough. We need to sort some more beds so my guys actually have them, because at the moment only 3 of my 5 guys have beds. Okay, whoever gets the short straw and gets the bed at the end, it is going to be the smaller bedroom. I don't think that's a massive issue. The rooms are pretty large as they are. I've still got a few trees marked up to be cut. Just waiting on these guys here to finish the planting, then they'll get to cutting those trees. And we should be in a pretty good spot. We'll have the rooms finished. We'll have the stone cutter tables done. And yeah, it looks like we are doing alright so far. We're defended, what, 3 attacks. We haven't lost anyone. I don't think we're missing any body parts yet. Nope, just all my guys just happen to be high at the moment. And what we want is we want to be making as many granite blocks as we can. Do forever, drop on the floor, details, range of 25, copy, and then we're going to paste that onto the second one as well. So this way, when my guys have finished constructing the wooden walls that they need, they'll start making as much granite blocks as we got space for. Well, as many blocks as we can cut down. We have another raid coming in. It is just 2 guys. They don't really have much in the way of weapons, but talking about weapons, we did just get another LMG and a heavy submachine gun. I think that looks good. I'm going to equip those. Obviously that's a quite short range. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send Dog out, and he should have enough range to be able to shoot them before they can shoot him, and he can kite back. So they're coming in to begin their assault. Okay, there's 1 down. Okay, and that's 2 down. And then we'll just go strip this guy here. Alright, we are looking pretty good. Undraft. Psychopath and clumsy. Good at medical and good at shooting, but not really what I'm after. I'm not really sure what type of pawns I want in my colony other than good ones, and no one has really filled that slot yet, so we're just going to keep an eye out, hope for something good to show up, and then if something good shows up, then obviously we'll take it. But until then, there's no point just getting a bunch of bad pawns, getting attached to them, and then they turn out to be useless. Happens all the time. Okay, we've got the red worm coming in. This is some more tribals. So it looks like when I went back to do the map generation, the tribals re-added themselves in, which is a little bit annoying. Not the end of the world. Tribals are easy to deal with. They're just annoying because of the amount of them, and they just clog up my machine. Like, I don't have the best PC in the world, So having a bunch of tribals whilst doing screen capture, yeah, isn't a good mixture. Okay, they're fleeing, pretty simple. Nothing there that we really want. And allow all items. We'll get the bodies to haul urgently because we don't want them sitting around and people seeing them and freaking out. We got the ambushed night quest coming in, but not too fussed about that. I'm not really after rule titles in this playthrough. And it looks like we will need to move where the kitchen is, because we just have guys waking up and eating by their bedrooms, whereas we want them eating at the table. So we'll move that. Then we should be in a pretty decent place. We are going to need to put a couple guys onto craft. Once they're on crafting, obviously we'll get the granite blocks. Once we get the granite blocks, we can change the exterior wall for granite so it won't burn. They're also less likely to try and dig through it. They'll still do it if they have the chance, but if we make it 4 thick, they won't. And then we can start properly creating a kill zone for them to come into. And it'll make this a little bit easier, seeing as some of the things that show up in Void are pretty annoying to take down. And if we don't take them down before they take us down, well, it is game over. And Void has this thing, whether it's programmed or not, but as soon as you start doing badly and things start going wrong, he just keeps piling on the attacks until your colony finally falls. So far, I don't think I've got past the first year on this, but you know, it's part of the fun. Like, you're playing Void because it's difficult, not because it's easy. Okay, so we'll do this wall here on the side. We'll do the one by the kitchen, because they're the 2 smaller ones. And then we're going to start working across the top and down. They would be the hardest walls to defend, and also I think the more likely walls to attack. This one at the one at the top here is very likely to be attacked, but it's quite a long one, so it's going to take a lot of resources to do, whereas these ones are smaller, they'll take less resources, therefore easier to make, and then we can do section by section. And we'll move Levin over to Warden, and then hopefully we can get Kerry to join sooner than later. We've got 19 packaged survival meals left, but we do have a bunch of rice from the harvest already done, which is going to be good. And we're going to make I guess a wood powered stove for now. Actually, with the space we got, we don't need to worry about that. We could just put a wind generator down, I reckon, and that would work out pretty well for us. But anyway, that's something for me to think about. So thank you very much for watching episode 1 of The Void. I've been Konzi. All your likes, comments, sub support have been amazing. You guys are awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.